Hey guys, Miss Scott here. Just wanted to do a quick demonstration on the law of superposition, which has to do with our fossil record. This demonstration should help us better understand how we determine which fossils came first, so oldest versus youngest, which layers of rock are oldest versus youngest, and how we understand how the different fossils are related to one another based on where they are within the layers. So let me get set up and I'll be right back with you. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So I've created my different layers, using sugar and food coloring. So this will be our bottom layer, which is going to be our oldest layer. So I'm just going to pour it in this container. But before doing so, I'm going to add in a couple of fossils. Hopefully this works out. And I'm going to kind of shake my bag around. Mix them in there maybe. Let's see if I can do this without making a big old mess. All right, I'm just going to kind of even that out. And you can see we have, and I'm using runts for my fossils. So in the bottom layer, there is only banana runts. All right, so make that kind of even. Trying to make sure there's enough space for everything. See it on the side. You can see I got a little food coloring on me earlier. There we go, there's another one. All right, so bottom layer. All right, so I put that in first, right? Okay, so my second layer is blue. I'm gonna go ahead and mix in a couple of banana runts and a couple of the heart-shaped runts. Shake that around a little bit before I pour it in. And again, I just had this idea and was like, hey, let's try it. So if I make a boo-boo, forgive me. All right, and again, I'm just gonna kind of spread that out a little bit evenly. Okay. And I made them different colors so that we could see the layers better when we're going to look at it from the side. But they wouldn't necessarily be these bright, beautiful colors in the real world. I mean, maybe in certain places, but this is not typical, I guess. All right, so that's the second layer I poured in. The third layer is a pink layer, and I'm going to mix in a couple of green runts and a few orange runts. Those in real quick. And pour the layer. And I'm just gonna kind of even it out a little bit. It wouldn't be totally even in the real world, so it's not going to be totally even now. All right, and finally I have one more layer to add, and it is a green layer. And I'm going to put in a couple of green runts and a couple of purple runts. And then I'm going to pour. I lost a runt. Figures I would make the biggest mess with the last one. Back in there, runt. All right, and then I'll just kind of even it out a little bit. All right, then I'm going to put my top on it. And I want to be careful not to shake this. All right, so you can see we have the purple that we started with. It's at the bottom. That makes it the oldest. So any fossils found in the bottom layer are going to be your oldest fossils. All right? In the next layer, this will be your next oldest fossils and your next oldest layer. And you keep moving up. This is your next youngest or next oldest, however you're looking at it, layer. And the fossils within it are newer than the fossils that are here or here. And then the green layer is the newest, all right? We'll call this lid like the ground that we walk on now. So if we were to dig into the ground, we would hit the green layer first. And so any fossils we found, those are remains, right, of deceased organisms that once lived there, would be the most recent living things. All right, their ancestors potentially would be in the next layer down. And you notice that I put green and purple in this top layer. And in the next layer below that, there were some green ones, and I can't remember what other color I put in there. Green and orange, I think. And then we moved down here, and we had bananas, I think, and hearts, and then maybe bananas. I should have written that down. But, now we can see from the side a little bit. We'll take a closer look at this in class, and I'll be very careful not to shake it, because if I shake it, I'm going to mess up all the layers. But basically, you can have a fossil that's located in this layer, also located in this layer. It just means that it was also alive during this time, or that it had an ancestor that was very similar that was also alive during this time. All right, so we'll talk about this more actually after we watch this video, because you'll be watching it tomorrow in class with me. And we'll be looking at the box, and I'll try to move it around very gently to see if we can see some of the fossils more to the side. That might have been a better idea, but I was trying to make it realistic. So there you have it. The law of superposition says that the top layer is the youngest and the bottom layer is the oldest, and the fossils found within each layer coincide with the age of the layer, which makes sense, right? All right, see you guys tomorrow, which means I'm seeing you now. Bye.